Hello, welcome to my little world and welcome to story time. So this week I have something to share with you, which are excerpts from my journal writings and things that I did when I was living in my car on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. And that was from 2012 to 2013. I lived in Hawaii a total of 5 years, but just a year and a half of that was spent living in my car. And I started a book called 101 Reasons to Live in Your Car because it was a choice I made to do that. And I loved it most of the time and had a blast doing it and had lots of thoughts about it and thoughts about my surroundings that I wanted to share, so I wrote things down. Everything today is my original writings, and I have included illustrations, which are things that I drew and colored myself, artwork that I made, also a coloring book that I colored in, a fairy coloring book, and then there are some photographs that I took of myself and other things on Kauai, and there are also just a couple of stock photos of the ocean because I didn't keep that many photographs, and so I didn't have the appropriate ones for a couple of my writings. But I hope you enjoy this, and let's get started. Oh, and the music in the background is also written, composed, and performed by me on the keyboard. Fairy sayings. On January 1st, 2013, I awoke in my tent at Salt Pond Beach to all the roosters shouting, "Happy New Year! Happy New Year!" Here is a riddle in the form of a poem. It's not green or brown because that is too drab for a fairy that sleeps in a buttercup. Streamers and flags and banners proclaim that the queen is in residence there. Orange and white, colors so bright, fire and sunlight, and a heart that is light. Glitter and gold, rocks and shells, treasures from nature, adventures untold. Away with the dark clouds, away to the sea. There you shall find my little house and me. The answer to this riddle is my tent. When it comes to wearing dresses, 2 are prettier than 1 and 3 are prettier than 2. If you get cold, just put another dress on. They make great head coverings as well. I looked out at the ocean and noticed that she was wearing some very pretty ruffles. When the sun is shining, the stars all come to play on the ocean. Sometimes the whole Milky Way comes to play on the waves. One evening, the ocean waves were very rambunctious at high tide, and I felt scared by them. Then the ocean explained to me that she has to tidy up every night and sweep the beach smooth for the next day. I was out walking around in the forest, and I saw the sweetest little flowers. Some of them were golden yellow and some were lavender in circle clusters. Then I felt their love touching my heart, and I knew that flowers are really kisses from Mama Earth. Besos de la Madre. Another time I was walking in a grassy yard, looking down and telling the earth how much I love her. I came to a big patch of clover with 3 hearts on each stem saying, "We love you too." I saw a whale way out against the horizon. It flipped completely out of the water and was horizontal before going back in, followed by a fountain of spray from its spout. "Hello to you too," I laughed and called. What is it to be in the world without reputation, money, or status, but only with your gracious spirit and goodwill to offer? To have the sun, the moon, and the stars for your companions, and the trees and rocks as your friends. I thought I was so small standing by the ocean today. Then the little tiny sand crab said, "Look at you! You are so big! You are a giant!" Then I saw that the sand crab was right, and I was careful not to step on him. There's a long cement path that goes down to Donkey Beach. It is strewn with dying flowers. First they are pale yellow or pink with a blood-red center. Then they are a deep mauvish red and shriveling. Then they are just bluish-purple spots mashed into the cement. They look like fairy spit. There is a river I like to sit by in the mornings. It looks very still. It is moving, but it moves so slowly that its surface looks glassy and reflects all the lush greenery around it. The only way you know it is moving is because there are these sunshine yellow flowers that fall into it from a tree upstream, which gently glide along on the current. Otherwise, an occasional fish creates a splash, and an occasional wind turns the mirror opaque. I sat and watched the gentle ballet of the flowers on the slowly moving surface of the river this morning. They made their way in elegant procession and bid me farewell as they moved along down the corridor. There was no meaning to their dance. There was only beauty and peace. When you have beauty, you don't need meaning. We ask, what is the meaning of life? We should ask, what is the beauty of life? Those roosters think it's the new year every day.